Sometimes you have fights where fighters gain more fan adulation and respect in defeat than they do in victory. Khalil Rountree had one of those fights over the weekend with Pereira. Ultimately, he got TKO'd in the 4th round, but defying the odds, he won the first 2, and despite being battered and bludgeoned badly to the bitter end, he showed tremendous heart and that warrior spirit which was unrelenting in that storm. Rountree acknowledges the value in that. I didn't win the title, but I grew last night. Pereira, thanks for helping me see that I'm ready to take on the world. You showed amazing skill. You brought out a version of me that I needed to experience. You're the champ for a reason. Much respect, but now I know what I am capable of. Salt Lake City, you guys were amazing and gave me such a memorable experience. I appreciate all the positive messages from everyone around the world. Some of those messages included Conor McGregor, who felt that was an absolutely incredible showing. This is why Khalil Rountree is my favorite fighter on the planet right now. This man's growth, transparency, and understanding of personal enlightenment forged through the discipline of fighting is unmatched. He will offer much to the world well beyond his sport. The man who had the best view and closer to the action than anyone, Mark Goddard, the referee, thought it was also an unreal performance. Khalil's wife Mia says you're a champion through and through. Look at what you've done. Look at what you're capable of. You showed yourself and all of us you're a championship fighter. You were made for this. And the man calling the fight, John Anik, says that was one of the most inspirational performances by a professional athlete that I've seen. Your wife was 100% right, and the most exciting part is to know how elite you are and seemingly how hard it's going to be for the rest of these guys to beat you now. As far as what's next, perhaps rescheduling that fight with Jamal Hill could be up next. That could be a very interesting striking fight as well. Pereira's focus right now is 205, but he leaves the door open to fight at heavyweight.
Alex, over here to your left. Conor McGregor posted a video of himself saying Chama after he won the fight, and he was really calling out for you to make a call for heavyweight in the post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. What do you make of that, and do you think a move up to heavyweight would be the next major step in your continued elevation and stardom inside the company and just in the world?
You know, if the UFC wants to please me, I think maybe a fight at heavyweight one day would be something that would really please me.
Topuria has interest in taking on Makhachev after Holloway. Let's see how the fight with Holloway goes first, and also Makhachev has to fight Sarukian first.
Nah, that's very disrespectful. You asking my coach, is he on steroids?
I said, has he ever taken them?
No, this disrespect. I apologize to my coach now. Coach, I'm sorry that my daughter think you on steroids.
Because maybe you had an experience your dad with taking them.
No, hell no. I ain't never took that shit. Nah. Are you going to apologize to my coach, yes or no?
Sorry.
Why? She asked
It was a
what shit.
compliment.
She's not taking it, she's a have you. Because we had a discussion about the recovery, stem cells, and people who take steroids.
So I think they're disrespectful to ask an athlete that.
I got my nails done today.
Who cares about your nails? You trying to change the subject. Say you sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Merab beats Umar! 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 Yeah! Merab! Dead! Oh shit! Oh shit! This feels like a fever dream. What the hell? Whoa!
PFL chairman Don Davis thinks his women smashed the women in the UFC. Clear from 306 that PFL female division would crush the UFC. So confident, winner take all. Cyborg and Pacheco versus Harrison and Peña. $2 million each fighter. Losing company pays $8 million total fighter purses. He might be right because Harrison lost to Pacheco and Cyborg would crush Peña, but Amanda Nunes smokes them all, but she retired. It's interesting though, Cyborg seems to hate this guy. I've waited an entire year for you to make the fight with Pacheco. I've been healthy and asking for this fight the entire time. After my October 19 fight, I have 2 more fights remaining on my legacy tour. Instead of focusing on the UFC, let's concentrate on making these fights. Yeah, so she hates him. She's going to be in the co-main event of the Battle of the Giants card on the 19th of this month. In the main event, somebody is getting knocked the fuck out. Corey Sandhagen tells the Schmo that he wants to fight O'Malley in March or April. That is a fight that makes sense at this point. They're not far apart in the rankings. It'd be an entertaining fight stylistically that has some intrigue as to who would win. I think I might go with Sandhagen by decision. Who do you think wins? Let me know in the comments. Aside from training for his UFC 310 fight against Mosar Evloev, Aljamain Sterling's also working on his Jamaican rum company, which is called Funk Harbor Silver Jamaican Rum. 43% alcohol by volume. Mark Goddard refereed his 500th UFC fight over the weekend. He's very grateful for this. I got to witness some of the greatest moments in MMA history, 6 feet away for the past 20 years. I'm thankful beyond words. I owe this sport everything. Mario Bautista will be in the top 10 on Tuesday after his victory over Jose Aldo, and he wants number 6 ranked Henry Cejudo next. Someone told me Bautista called me out. I couldn't hear with Baldo's balls in his mouth all night. You don't get to fight with Triple C after a performance like that. I'd rather fight Baldo. Batista won the fight but lost some fans because he pushed up Aldo against the cage for much of the fight. You scored it for Batista, unfollowed. I picked Aldo to win and bet on him, but when they were reading the scorecards, I thought they were going to give it to Batista, and they did. At least 2 of them did. Overlooking Rakic is just stupid. He was piecing up Yair until he gassed Rakic is going to win. It's been forgotten how well Rakic was doing in that fight before it all went to hell. I'm picking Magomed to win that fight, but who knows? Ankalaev has found success on the feet. He may think he can strike with anyone, go toe-to-toe with Rakic, and then get slept. Yair Rodriguez congratulates Julianna Peña on her victory.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep putting there, okay?
Thank you. I will. You smell like Santel. Oh. Is that what you're wearing? Le Labo? Yeah. I knew it.
33?
I knew it. Okay, where are we going?
Yair lost to Brian Ortega in his last fight, and he lost to Alex Volkanovski. Before that, he doesn't have a fight scheduled at the moment. Diego Lopez expressed some interest in fighting him. He surpassed him, however, in the rankings, but they are right beside each other in the rankings 3 and 4 and have yet to be matched up. Kevin Holland couldn't continue over the weekend after round 1 due to a rib injury during his fight with Roman Dolidze. Surprisingly, Holland does agree with fans calling him a piece of S and a vagina. He says, "I feel like a piece of S, rib plain like a vagina." He feels remorseful about not being able to continue. Can't have a response to everyone, but yeah, I feel like a total piece of S. My bad to all those who put bread on the line or told a friend I was gonna win. I'm a P. Holland is one of the most active fighters on the UFC roster. This was his 4th fight in just over a year, but he only has a record of 1 win and 3 losses in those 4 fights. He lost this fight, dropped a decision to Jack Della Maddalena as well as Michael Venom Page, but he beat Mihail Oleksiejczuk via first round armbar. This loss, however, was in the middleweight division, so it won't affect his standing in the welterweight division, where he currently sits in the number 15 position.